I don't know. Will she be found? Only if somebody comes forward. That's the only way.
I want to just say this. This was in July that they went out and had dinner with them. The Wells gave law enforcement permission the day they reported and the days to follow, full permission to search their property. The TBI, I have the TBI's website, and I could just go over it quickly with you guys, but I'm not going to put it up on the screen and read it. But they gave them multiple search permissions they gave them permission multiple times to search their home, the crawl space, the sheds, everything on it, every piece of it, up, down, over and under, drone searches, aerial searches. They had aviation from adjoining counties assisting them in night searches for, I think, 14 days straight. So I did a lot of looking at over the course of this year, but also tonight before we went live, I did a lot of research on what the TBI and the FBI and local and the state did on this case, and they searched a lot. But when when all of the foliage came off the trees, as we know, the end of November, they were back out there again, and everybody went wild. Like, ooh, why are they going back there? Well, they had a clearer view of the floor of where they want to search the property, all surrounding that property. And Twyla, you did get to look at some images of some of the stuff that Chris did and Gene did with the foliage off. How much better of a view do you have? And Ed, you know about this too. I mean, or somebody coming forward that knows something?
Well, we don't know definitively if she's not alive. We don't know. She still could be alive. Somebody. Listen, the truth is out there. I don't want to sound so cliche-ish, but it's out there. Somebody knows, and they're not talking. Okay. And eventually we'll get the truth. We'll find out what happened here. Was she abducted? Was she removed? Was she the victim of wildlife? Was she the victim of a crime within the family? And now this is all covering up what occurred. Eventually, the truth is going to come out. It always does. Maybe not in the time frame that we would like it to come out, but eventually it'll get out, and we'll know the truth.
Yeah, amen to that. And I just want to go over these quickly. They have updates, but there's some questions. It says, when was Summer last seen? And we know the mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home on the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. Have you searched the home and property around the residence, including the basement, and around the residence and their property? Yes, more than once. This is the TBI, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and all other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. Have you searched phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes. Working along with the Hawkins County Sheriff, the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. That's huge. Have you searched the flower bed? That was a big concern. These are just answering some of the questions. There was not a flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that they were planting flowers with them shortly after she was lost. As you saw in that picture and the video, that one was taken by another YouTube person. It was no flower bed. It was a tire that was filled up with dirt upside down, and they were planting in a like a tire kind of setup. Have you searched the waterways in the area? Yes, dive teams were brought in to search bodies of water in the area. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes, numerous searches from the air have been completed, especially during the first few weeks of summer. After summer went missing, additionally, drones were used to map the area and to pinpoint bodies of water as well as any other points of interest. So I implore you guys to go to the tbinewsroom.com. I will link that down below in the description. You can go and look at everything that was done there. Yeah.
I don't know. Will she be found? Only if somebody comes forward. That's the only way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough question to ask, and I had to ask it of you. there were some oddities that you guys came across and things like that. You want to just talk a little bit about some of the stuff that you guys ran across? And I know you were chased by a bear the second time around, or you saw one, and it was pretty scary. I just want the folks to know, what you guys came up against.
I can assure anybody that any part of anywhere that EquuSearch had been out there, she's not there. And we had came across needles and like just in open fields, needles and syringes. Me and another teammate was out reconning, and there was definitely a bear. That bear came across that field and ran directly in front of us and went up this big old hill like it was flat land. And then I've heard a lot of talk about a horse that was in the area. I can assure you that EquuSearch was there in the beginning days of that horse because we most definitely smelled it. But there was a lot of different things out there. I'll tell you my opinion. When I first rolled up into that area, I was thinking, oh my heavens, you cannot make me believe that there is a child out here, because there was so much stuff. I mean, we were searching in any kind of empty buildings that had so much junk in it. And we even searched in a vacant mobile home that was infested with bed bugs and you name it. I think we ran across it down in that area. It was not for the good. And then when I took another team out there, or I took our team with another group, when we conducted another search, the area that we was put in there, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, there was several of our searches that was very sick, very, very sick from the garbage that we had to. It was just awful.
Yeah. I asked Dave too about like ticks and fleas and all kinds of, poison ivy and things that you guys might have been running through in there. And that was all very, very present, 80s and humidity up high 90s. So there you go, Dave.
It was like in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of obstacles you were up against. And let's put that on the screen. This is from the second search. You guys are up in Hawkins County the second
team is making a return trip to Hawkins County to help find 5-year-old SummerWells. The research is a national nonprofit organization. 16 team members and its Midwest branch will comb through rough and remote terrain on Saturday in and around the Beech Creek community. This will be the second trip for some of them who assisted in the search shortly after Summer first disappeared on June 15th.
Anything that we come across, my people know exactly how to go about clearing an area. And if anything.
Pergo Timbercraft waterproof laminated wood floors.
And then we contact law enforcement, of course.
If you have any credible information on where SummerWells might be, you're asked to please call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. There's the number.
So that was a quick one. I played that.
A lot of recon work, and she spent a lot of time on the Cal Topo maps with another teammate, Marcy. And we found a lot of places that just wasn't covered within that mile and a half, 2 mile range. And we felt that it was necessary that we needed to mop that up and close those places out. Just to make sure, and then we expanded from there.
Yeah, and this was all during COVID. I believe Twyla even got COVID on that trip. If I'm right, she short time after that got really sick, right, Twyla?
Yes, absolutely. It was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, we barely was able to find places that we could eat at. But we did have some good people in the area that actually was a part of trying to help us get in there too, that brung us over some food. It was just bad, but there was nothing stopping us from doing what we needed to do. We was ready to get on anybody's nerve until we was able to get our feet on the ground out there. And let me tell you, we finally made it happen, and there was no time that was wasted. I think in one particular day, we actually expanded it out 7 or 8 miles just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will she be found? Only if somebody comes forward. That's the only way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough question to ask, and I had to ask it of you.